Hello and welcome back to this channel with a very big speed build this time. This is going to be called, and I hope I'm saying this right because it's in French, but Manoir and Chêne. That was probably terrible, I'm sorry. But yeah, I named it that because I don't know, I had a feeling that this would be influenced a little bit from a French kind of mansion style, you know, architecture, but I'm not the best at that, so you know, I kind of took it as inspiration, I guess, and went with that style. But yeah, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not the best with architectural terms, but yeah, I decided to name it that, as the original lot I think is called Oakenstead or something like that. It's the big 50 by 50 lot in Willow Creek that I'm building on, and yeah, I think it was the first sort of big mansion build I've ever done, which was very exciting and a little bit intimidating. I think it took me maybe half an hour just to get started on this lot because I had no idea where to begin. I took some images as inspiration and I will pop them on the screen now so you can see. I think I just googled like French style mansion or, you know, British style mansion, and yeah, I just took inspiration from there. But it all came together in the end. I'm very happy with the way it looks, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this speed build as well. So to get started, I will say that I used some CC for this one. I used, I think, a lot of the kind of pack from Felix Andre called London. It's a really amazing yeah, CC pack that he's created. His creations always blow me away. They're so detailed and they were perfect for this sort of build. But I will say that if you you know, don't really have the money to support his Patreon to get this these items, or if you can't use CC, or if you don't want to use CC and you still want to download this, don't be disheartened, because I think you can easily plop this into your game and, you know, the build will still be there mainly. I mean, the build itself is, you know, CC free. I think I use mostly CC for the detailing, especially in the exterior. So yeah, don't be disheartened by that. You can definitely still get this build and play easily with it without the CC installed too. If you do want to have a look at the CC though, and I know I'm saying CC a lot, I'm sorry, but if you do want this, I will link them all down below, and of course I will pop my name on Origin so that you can download it as well. Download the whole house and play with it, do whatever you like with it. But for this build, so my idea was to use this huge lot as a sort of retirement home, I guess. Let me explain. So I was browsing on the gallery of The Sims just to pop a house down in this lot, because originally I was a bit too lazy, to be honest, to build in such a big lot. And I came across this one mansion build and I really used this as inspiration because I'm pretty sure it was, I mean, I don't know, maybe for a retirement home or like a huge family, I'm not sure, but it had a lot of different sections of the house, and yeah, it had this like nice atmosphere, very communal living, that sort of thing. And it just gave me the idea, okay, I want to do something like this. I want it to look very grand. So I can imagine that like richer Sims would go here. After they're retired, they can kind of, you know, not have the responsibility of living on their own, perhaps. They can really enjoy that time, you know, they're being looked after. And then, yeah, they move here. And I made sure to include like a butler's wing in this mansion. So you can either move someone in to take care of them, or you can just hire a butler. But I think you have to have a pack for that. I can't remember the name of it now. But I'll pop it down below, don't worry. But yeah, if you don't have it, you know, even creating a sim to live here with them would be awesome, and I think that's what I'm going to do in my own save file. So yeah, as you may notice as well, there's going to be a few jump cuts in this video because, believe it or not, just the exterior of this, not even the exterior, not even all of the exterior, but part of the exterior I think took me around 4 hours to build, and a lot of it, to be honest, was spent in the debug menu of the game. Now, I love the debug menu. If you haven't kind of explored it yet, I really recommend it because there's some great items in there. As you can see here, like the fencing that I'm using, and the planter pots and things like that, all from the debug menu. But it just takes so long to find things on there because you can't filter it, you can't you know, use the eyedropper tool on them. So it is very yeah, a bit annoying really to kind of have to look through that, and for a long time I didn't, but with this build I really wanted to use it. So yeah, it took a little time, but again, I would recommend it if you haven't already, or if you just want to make your builds look a bit more alive and use different items, then definitely go for it, but just be warned, it takes quite a while. So yeah, it took 4 hours. Most of it was spent kind of going through it, and so the video itself will have some cuts because yeah, even when I sped it up, I think it was over 2 hours or something. So I thought, no, it can't be that long. So I cut a few bits, and this is this is what you see now basically. Here I was just thinking of what to do for the entrance of this build because I really wanted it to be grand. So the entrance itself will be quite grand and manicured landscaping, whereas the rest of the plot around in the front will be a bit more I don't know, what's the opposite of manicured? Whatever that is, that's what it's going to be. It's going to be a bit more natural and wild and free, sort of plants growing everywhere. But I really like that look because I want it to be, you know, as I said, it's kind of like a retirement home. So I want it to be like an escape for the Sims. You know, they can kind of walk around the grounds and just, yeah, just enjoy the nature around them. I wanted it to look very green. So that's kind of the look I was going for. And I have made some Sims to move in here. They're really a variety of, yeah, kind of characters that live here, and yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. You can, you know, you don't have to make this sort of a retirement home. You could move in like a big family to live here, but I kind of liked the idea of that because I haven't really done that before. And so even the interior, you know, the bedrooms have their own kind of style and personality, but like the living room and the kitchen and dining room does have a little bit more of an old-fashioned sort of feel to it, mainly because I just wanted to experiment with more like old-fashioned furniture. I've never really used that in The Sims. I usually build quite modern and contemporary, so it was just interesting to me to kind of use all that furniture because The Sims has a lot of old-fashioned furniture, and just like items in general. So yeah, I had fun with that. But if it's not really your style, you know, you can always, of course, change the interior. You can make it kind of a refurnished build and just, yeah, pop down modern furniture. I think modern furniture would look amazing in this build with the, you know, contrast in the exterior and the interior. That would also be really, really cool. So yeah, feel free to do whatever, but that was just kind of the idea that I had whilst I was building this. This series will be a few parts though, because it was such a big build. I think the next part will be continuing with the landscaping and things like that, and then maybe going inside the home. But definitely the landscaping took the longest part of this build. And it was really, really satisfying and quite therapeutic to do the landscaping. Like, it took a long time, but seeing it all come together and just the process of it was really nice. And it was weird because usually I don't really enjoy the landscaping that much. You know, it takes such a long time to do. And yeah, you have to have a lot of patience for it, especially for such a big build. So yeah, I was quite surprised with this one. It was really like a journey to build this sort of big lot. It was something different, and yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. But yeah, just be warned that, you know, in this sort of building series, mini-series, there will be quite a lot of landscaping, but hopefully maybe it can inspire you to try it out, to do more landscaping and things like that. Because when I first started playing The Sims, I don't think I did a lot of landscaping at all. Like, I would put a little tree in the front or the back of the house and maybe like a little flower pot, and that's it. But I think I first started seeing it a lot when I watched a simmer on YouTube here called Devin Bumpkin. He's an amazing Sims builder, as well as Harry as well. Actually, both of them I really get inspired by, and yeah, just love what they build. So when I first started watching both of them and just seeing how they use the objects, you know, for landscaping, I was blown away, because I never really saw, I mean, I've seen it before, but I've never saw it the way they do it, with so much detail, and yeah, just something different. So I think that's kind of what got me into it. But before that, I was really like, I was just like, where do I begin? How do I do it? And things like that. And I think for this build as well, just using the debug item as well really helped, because I don't know how I would have done it without. We don't have enough items, especially in just our, you know, buying catalog, to really make the outdoors seem natural and free and wild, and yeah, just more realistic. We don't have enough items, so using debug here really helped me out, I think. And but we'll see more of that in the next part, so yeah, stay tuned for that. I'm going on a little rant here about The Sims, but yeah, I've been enjoying building a lot recently, and yeah, I think it's nice to just, you know, sometimes it just seems like the game is more of a building simulator, and that's not necessarily bad. I know a lot of people are a bit upset about the gameplay in The Sims right now, and you know, the new pack has come out, Eco Lifestyle. But yeah, I've heard a lot of mixed reviews, and to be honest, I haven't done much of the gameplay yet, so I can't really say. But The Sims, you know, always holds a deep place in my heart, because it's just been something that I've played all my life, and I think with the gameplay, you definitely have to work a bit harder to, I don't know, this sounds really bad, but to make it fun for yourself. Like, you have to be quite creative and, you know, really think about the storylines and things like that. But I think at the end of the day, I still find it fun. I think it's just personal preference and, you know, the type of gameplay that you like. There definitely can be improvements to the game, of course. But yeah, I still enjoy it. It's still one of my favorite games. And yeah, with the new pack, I've watched some gameplay. I think the gameplay that I've been following for the Eco Lifestyle the most is from AuriaSims, I believe. And yeah, she just does a really great, like, chill playthrough with the new pack. She's got really nice characters, like, you know, she's trying out the career, trying out the objects, and I really like that, just to see it from that kind of perspective, really like a chill sort of gameplay. And it's nice just to have on in the background sometimes, and even just to listen to it. So yeah, I would definitely recommend just watching, you know, some sort of gameplay of it, just to get an idea of how it is, in case you're wondering about buying it. But from what I've seen, the build items look really nice, so yeah, I'm excited about that. But anyway, what was I saying? So yeah, the characters, here we go. Back to where we were like 10 minutes ago. The characters for this build, as I said, there's like a variety, a mixture of different, personalities. And of course, they're all elder Sims that I've created to live here, as it is kind of like a retirement place. But you know, some of them I can imagine are a bit older perhaps, so maybe some are, really unable to take care of themselves, whereas others just have the money for it basically, and they want more of a social life, and that's why they moved here. I think one of them is, I can't remember if it was the lady or the guy I created, but one of them is a little bit of like, not a player, but you know, really out here for romance. So I just thought that would be fun to just to create some sort of, not drama, but you know, some sort of excitement in this place. So yeah, I also, as I said, just reflected that into the bedrooms that I created for them, and they each have their own bedroom, ensuite. I think there's a butler's wing as well, so you can move it in a butler, and also I think there is a spare room upstairs. And that's where I imagine that if you want their grandkids to visit, or I don't know, a friend to visit, then they can also stay there. But yeah, we'll get into the interior. It was really fun to create this build for them. And yeah, it all came together in the end. It took a long time, but I am really, really happy with how this one turned out. Giving some sort of save file for the game. And I have already started one, but yeah, I'm kind of considering how to do it, because on the one hand, I would love to start a new one, especially one that is CC free, but I've, you know, really worked a lot on New Crest in my own save file, and now Willow Creek. So a part of me is like, oh, I've already gotten so far, I don't want to start all over from the beginning. So I think what I will do for now is just, yeah, get out these sped builds, sped up the builds. Get out these speed builds for now, just so you guys can kind of see what I'm working on, and you can download these lots and things like that. But I think maybe a save file I will do much more later on, you know, on this channel. I don't think I'll do it anytime soon, just because I want to finish this one, and I think, you know, I just can't wait for the day that I do finish it and I can actually play the game, and I don't know, all my houses are there, all the Sims that I've created are there. I'm really looking forward to that, because I really hope it will just make the gameplay much more fun. And I think it's just like an achievement, right? When you've kind of built it and you can enjoy it yourself, you know, I am looking forward to that. So yeah, I don't think I'll do a sort of save file anymore on this channel, but I will still do, you know, what I've done with the other video format, so I will just build it in real time. I will still do that because I really enjoy that. I enjoyed speed builds as well, because yeah, as I said, I mean, this one took me, you know, 4 hours just to do this part, and I think maybe in total like 10 hours. So I don't want to do that as a let's build, because oh my goodness, you guys would have to go through a lot. So no, I won't do that, but maybe like a smaller build would be fun, I think, as a let's build. So yeah, just keep an eye out on that. I think it'll be just a mixture of speed builds, let's builds, and yeah, let me know, you know, what you guys do prefer to watch. But I know for myself, I really like both for different reasons. I think as speed build I watch, and I can just have it on in the background or something, and you know, you can kind of check up on it, see where it's at. Whereas real-time build, I do enjoy watching just to see like how simmers make their decisions, and you know, you kind of feel part of the process. So I think for myself, like, both are fun. So if it's the same for you guys, then yeah, I'll be happy to do both, and I will do both anyway. But yeah, just to let you kind of know what is going to happen on the channel. But yeah, I've been enjoying YouTube a lot, and just uploading my builds. I think I feel a bit more confident in them now. You know, when I first started building on The Sims, I really didn't know what I was doing, and I think watching YouTubers myself and yeah, getting inspiration from the internet really helped. And I don't think, like, sometimes I build stuff and I just think, what on earth am I building? Or you go back to it like a week later and you're like, why did I build this? This is horrible. And sometimes, like, looking at the gallery on The Sims just makes you feel, I don't know, so bad, because the talent that some people have in building on The Sims is incredible. Like, The Sims on YouTube as well, it's just insane. So yeah, it's hard to not compare yourself as a builder, I think, and you know, that will make you feel a bit inferior, or you're like, oh, I'm just not at that level yet. But I think just experiment and see how it goes. I've had a lot of builds that I first built and I was proud of, and now I look back and I think, wow, you know, I've kind of progressed from that. So it's all a process, isn't it? At the end of the day, it's all a process, and yeah, you live and you learn. You have to just try it out and see how it goes. So yeah, don't compare yourself, just use things as inspiration. But yeah, I know it's hard. I mean, I compare myself. I still go in the gallery sometimes, you know, see builds and I think, oh my goodness, why didn't I think of that? Or why can't I do something like that? So yeah, that's just my little tip for the day. But yeah, I am enjoying YouTube a lot, and yeah, I hope that it cheers you up as well, especially during this time when everything is just tits up, as we say in the UK. So yeah, I hope you guys can find a little bit of an escape with these videos. And this bit as well, I really like this part of the build, and you'll see hopefully why a little bit later on. This part of the, I don't know what to call it, it's like, yeah, like the room with all the archways there. I have no idea what the name for that is, so if you know, let me know, because I have no idea. But I really like that part because it is that sort of indoor-outdoor feeling. And I think I put some benches in there, I put a chess table, so I can just imagine them coming out there and just relaxing, getting lots of fresh air. And I did, as you could see a little bit ago, I did some terrain paint to lift the ground to match up with that, the archways. Hopefully the Sims can just walk out. I need to playtest that still and see if it works. But I did make a path, so there will be a lot of greenery there. But I made a path and hopefully they can use it. But as I said, I will playtest all of this before I upload it, so you guys can just jump into the gameplay and hopefully use all of the items and things that I've put down. But yeah, there we go. I think we're coming close to the end of it. I'm just adding a few kind of last minute details here and there. But I think I'll end it here and just let you guys enjoy the rest of the video in peace without me talking anymore. So I hope you guys enjoyed it a lot, and I will see you very soon. I'm going to edit the next part of this sort of mini little mansion building series. And yeah, enjoy. I'll see you guys very soon, and till next time, bye bye.